want to tell you something.
You're not going to start the podcast how we started?
I think we're going to try to start just by talking, and then we'll try the intro. Let's try to get right into it, and then we'll do an intro.
Okay.
Let's just try it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. But we're trying. All right, we'll do the Hey Man. We'll do Hey Man.
It just seems like
Okay.
It's consistency. Like we're going to change up the whole format of the fucking pod 112 episodes in. It seems a little crazy.
Okay, we'll do the 2 seconds, and then we'll jump right into it.
Yeah, it's not like we're playing fucking theme music. Like it's a pretty easy intro.
Okay, here we go. Hey, everybody, I'm Josh.
That's not how you do it.
It isn't?
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Hey Man, I'm Jacob.
Is that what it goes?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try.
This is ridiculous. This could be our intro because you can't ever get the intro right for some reason.
Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode of Hey Man, I'm Josh.
I'm Jacob. Thank you. Keep it in and roll it.
Hey, man.
Hey, man, what's up?
Hey, listen, I want to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I farted your mom out of bed last night.
Congratulations.
It might be the first time that's ever happened. She's endured a lot, you know.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the first time. I feel like I've heard this one before.
No, because this time I was sleeping.
Oh, I did that once.
I knew going to bed they were going to be horrible. I ate these. By the way, we're going to eat them when we go to Australia. These meat pies.
I love meat pies.
Oh, this dude sent me a bunch of meat pies. And,
From where?
From Australia.
Oh, he sent you? Oh, sick.
They are so good, dude.
Oh,
It was
delicious.
braised brisket, but they were cooked in Vegemite.
Vegemite is disgusting.
Yes, but this meat pie was so good. It's called a Mighty Pie or something like that. That was my nickname in high school. Damn it. But these were so good, dude. So I ate a whole one on a podcast. I did a podcast the other day to promote our shows in Australia.
JoshWolf.com for tour dates and tickets.
You got it. Dude, as I was going to bed, I felt some grumbling and bumbling. And I'm in bed with your mom. And I farted, and the covers were they were pinned down, right? So, it traps it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I farted again. So it was like a double dose of the nerve gas.
Nerve gas.
It was, dude. And then I just moved, and your mom, oh my God. She was like, what is that? It was so bad, and it's so thick, it stuck around. And so
you ever had one that kind of like, even when you let it go and you open the covers and you let it go out, you ever have one that kind of like sticks to the sheets?
Yeah, dude.
Not like you shit yourself, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yes. It also, it's going to be bad when it comes out and it hurts a little bit. It's like a little paper cut on your
you
butthole.
should get that checked out.
You're like, that one. That's when there's a little ass gas in there. Just you've never had a fart that hurt a little bit?
Can you show me again?
You've never had a fart that hurt a little bit? Yes, you have.
A fart that hurt?
It stings a little bit. You've never had
I've had poops that hurt.
You've never had a fart that I'm sorry, everybody, that we're starting on this.
Farts and dicks, Josh Wolf.
Dude, I didn't mention the other one. You did. I didn't even say the word. You've never had a fart that hurt a little bit?
I don't think so.
Matt, you're a grown man. Everyone has. Thank you so much. So it was
I definitely had poops that hurt.
But yeah, different.
I had a hemorrhoid.
How old are you there, Grandpa?
Oh, it was just from pushing too hard.
Okay.
It was from when I was probably 20 or 21.
I mean, this is.
You're welcome.
Let me just get through this.
You sure you don't want to hear more about it?
I
I know you do. That's the problem.
I don't,
I know you want to ask questions.
I don't.
You sure? Let me ask that one time.
No,
Sure.
I'm positive. So I woke
wanna take a
up.
picture?
I woke up and your mom gone.
Oh, she like left bed.
Yeah, I rolled over and sometimes I roll over. I get nervous at night, and I have bad dreams, and I roll over and just touch her back or something.
You a bad dreamer? Do you have lots of nightmares?
I have recently.
That's interesting.
Yeah, really bad.
Why?
I don't know, but I've had some pretty decent nightmares.
Interesting. And your safety wasn't there, and so you freaked out.
No. I didn't freak out, but I reached over, and then I just did a little. As I reached over, that smell came back up from the blankets,
Still
and
in
I
there?
was like, well, I was farting all night. I was farting all night. I don't know if that's a song, but so I asked her in the morning. I was like, "Where'd you go last night?" And she was like, "You smoked me out." It was one of those ones that just was. She endured it as long as she could.
Yeah, it wasn't worth going through that.
Because I even asked her, because I smelled that first one. I said to her before I was going to sleep, "Do you want me to go into the guest bedroom for tonight? These are really bad." She was like, "No, of course not. Don't be ridiculous."
I mean, nice of you. You did offer.
I knew it was coming. And she was like, "Don't be ridiculous." And then, I kind of did something, because my stomach was hurting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what a squatty potty is?
Yeah.
So I positioned myself in bed on my side so I looked like I had the squatty potty. So it just came out easy. And it just must have just my stomach felt better.
I bet it did.
Yeah, but I woke up with real bad breath. I wonder if that happens if you fart so bad that you wake up with bad breath.
I don't think so.
That is what happened.
They're not correlated whatsoever, actually.
I think maybe because I was breathing through my mouth.
You think you were breathing in your fart?
Yeah.
You were nerve gassing yourself?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
But it was...
I just had to refrain from a terrible joke.
It was so bad. Have you, but you've never had terrible gas.
Who are you talking to?
Well, I guess I've never really had to endure it. You don't do it in in the hotel rooms?
I do.
Where do you put them?
Into the environment. What do you mean?
Into the environment. I just never.
Yeah, I mean, I still have. They're still bad. It all just depends on what I eat.
Yeah, I'm with you. The holiday season is the worst for me.
And also, with, well, I don't know if that's relevant. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you know where I was going with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think it correlates whatsoever.
Yeah. I will tell you I don't. Yeah. I'm gonna stay away from the meat pies while I'm
not.
No. Well, when we're in Australia, I'm gonna smoke you out of the room.
We're gonna be in two different beds.
Yeah, but these were potent.
Yeah, but the reason they're so potent is because she was laying down next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna waft it over to your side of the room,
dude. You ever had a fart that wakes you up?
Yeah.
Early on in Iman and I dating, my girlfriend, we were in my Hollywood apartment, the El Centro one, which, by the way, I fucking love that apartment. If that apartment was a tiny bit bigger, I don't think I would have ever moved. I would have figured out how to pay that rent.
What would you have did you just want a separate, because it was a studio?
Yeah, but the closet was giant. Closet was giant. What else? There was nothing else I could do, because I was just getting in my shoe collection.
What else would you how much bigger would you have wanted that place to be?
Okay, do you remember the first apartment we looked at that same exact place, 2 floors up?
Yeah.
And it just had a bigger living area?
Yeah.
That. If it was that size living area with the same size closet that I have, bingo, I'm in good shape. Because I think it was at 400 square feet.
Yeah.
For that apartment. If I was at 500 square feet, 100 square feet's a lot to ask, though.
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask, especially for a studio. But also, I had a brand new, it was brand new. I had brand new appliances. I had a sparkling bathroom. The only problem also was that I had my fourth wall was a goddamn window. Yeah. And those blackout curtains were not blackout curtains.
No, and you had a homeless encampment outside your window that they lit on fire.
Didn't complain about that, though. I liked them. That was always
It was entertaining to watch.
Yeah, when the power went out and I didn't have shit to do, I would just watch them.
That's hilarious.
Dude, remember how much the power went out in that fucking place?
Yeah.
The power went out all the time in that goddamn apartment. I don't know why. It was a really nice apartment. It was brand fucking new.
You know what's crazy also?
God damn it.
Is that homeless encampment, people, they changed residents a lot.
Yeah, it was like a new season of a TV show.
Every week.
No, it wasn't every week. It was every month. It was all right, we're on season 6. Who's here now? It was like fucking Love Island, except it was homeless people.
You said something so funny to me. I was like, there's always new people out there, and you go, they're homeless. Yeah. I was like, yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, nothing against them, but it's just, they go where the wind takes them. Where the police won't make them leave.
Right, where their tents won't get set on fire.
Which was my place, which they shouldn't have gone to, because there were 4 separate fires in the 2 years that I lived there.
Good Lord. But I don't know if people came by and set them on fire, but I thought it was super
fun. It was like insurance fraud. It's like people. The most recent one I remember is there was this new guy
In the homeless encampment.
in the homeless encampment who came over, but it was crazy because he had a car. So he would drive over a bunch of stuff or like get dropped off and have a bunch of stuff, and he moved in, and it almost looked like he had too much stuff. And then a week later, his stuff mysteriously burnt to the ground. And I think what he was doing is that he was trying to downsize, and instead of just throwing things out like a normal person, he lit his shit on fire.
I think they're not super responsible, and they try to cook things in their tents, and they get lit on fire.
Yeah, but the first batch of dudes who lived on that block when I moved in were the fucking best.
Yeah.
Like one of them or two of them were homeless by choice for sure, because one dude pulled up in an Uber and then one day pulled up in a car and parked it in front of the tents. So 100% I know he was there by choice and just collecting checks from the government. Which, by the way, no shame. No, like you do whatever the fuck.
So he had a car, and then he would go into his tent?
No, because that's the thing. I don't think I ever really saw him stay the night. Like some days I would see him wake up there, and some days I wouldn't. Or maybe I just wasn't up early enough.
Come out with a nice little espresso? Did he have an espresso machine in there?
No, but there was one time him and then him and this other dude were fucking
jacked. I remember those guys.
holy shit.
Yeah.
They were in really good shape. Like the first morning I woke up when I was there, I looked out the window and this dude was curling a mop with two buckets on the side.
I remember.
And then after he was done curling, he pulled his clothes out of the water, and it was soapy water. He had been washing his clothes. And then after he was done washing his clothes, he threw the soapy water on the cement and started sweeping it with the broom that he was doing curls with. And I was like, this man is self-sufficient as fuck.
Well,
like,
dude, that is American ingenuity right there.
I loved it. And
Washing machine, workout machine, and cleaning machine. Same machine.
Same three things. And I was like, yo, I fucking love that.
Wow.
And he really wanted to try and keep his space clean, which I love. Dude, the other guy was just, I don't even know. Like, that's the same. This is the dude who showed up in the car. Like, he was just, I don't know, he was just chilling. But the dude who was doing the curls, he would cook all the time in his tent. His shit never got set on fire. He cooked all the time in his tent. One day I came home and he says, you want a burger? And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't eat pigeon.
We probably have.
Yeah, I think 100% we've eaten pigeon and raccoon and squirrel.
Yeah, but then one day, like just like the Avatar, when the world needed those dudes on the homeless block on the block the most, they fucking vanished.
I remember they disappeared.
They just got up and left.
Yeah.
Like I remember one day I woke up and everything was gone, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude?" Because I loved them. Because anytime somebody new would come and crash on the block, they would be like, they would let them stay the night, and they woke up, but they would wake up in the morning and wake them up and be like, "Hey, man. Don't know where you are or who you are, where you came from. This is not your block. There's already enough people on here. You got to go." And people would never stay because those two dudes were ginormously jacked.
Yeah.
And no one wanted to stay and fight that. So they were like, yeah, okay, cool. We'll get up.
I wonder where they ended up.
I hope they're well, man. Like, legit. Like, there were days I would throw them like some old weed or whatever because they really didn't, for me, were not causing any some sort of harm. Anytime I drove by, they were like, "Hey man, how are you?" Like, they were really nice. They were like, one of them was definitely a schizo, but you know,
who isn't?
Right, exactly.
Let me ask you something.
I miss those guys, man.
Speaking of old weed, how is your sobriety going?
Oh, I don't know. It's going all right. I'm finding myself. I do want to say this though. Like, I feel like lately, obviously, since I've been back, we've all kind of been like I feel like I've been under a microscope with my sobriety. I would like to say that I definitely don't. I don't want to make it my whole personality because it's just not. I'm not one of those people who's sober who is like, they're like vegans. Do you know what I mean? Where you walk up to them and the first thing they say, that's like, "Oh, I've been 22 years sober." I didn't fucking ask. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that to be my whole personality. And also for the fact that I am I'm pretty sure I'm going to go back to smoking weed in the future. And so I don't want to try and preach like I'm this sober Sally and making it all cracked up like it is to be. Like, truthfully, honestly, dude, I haven't been to a meeting in almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I don't have the urges that I did anymore. Like, this is also part of why I still think the sober living home might have been a little fucking overboard. It's because it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not what I needed.
Are you doing cocaine anymore?
No.
Do you think you could have stopped by yourself?
No, but I feel like we still could have done stuff out here without sending me away and ruining my life for a couple months.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, like, there's still help I could have gotten in Vegas without me having to go to LA, is what I think. I think I still could have run through the process here in Vegas and done things that I needed to do here, done that outpatient shit here in Vegas without having to go to LA. Again, beside the point. Yes, did I learn some things from it, and did I get some new tools from it, and does it help me now? Sure, 100%. But that, again, we're not...
Yeah, we don't need to get into
You and I will disagree with that probably for the rest of fucking time.
Without a doubt.
So we're not going to get into that.
Right.
But I just, like... And this is not me bagging on AA, on NA, on HA, on anything of the anonymous. I think they are great programs. I think I've seen the people that I've met in that community who have gotten the help they've needed, who went from rock bottom to living a life they never thought they could live. I think it's fucking awesome. And I think it's helped a lot of people that are close to us as well.
Yep.
And I'm not bagging on it at all. I just don't think I'm going to be making it a part of my daily life and daily routine as I thought I was going to in the early months of my sobriety. With that being said, I still know I have all those tools. I still know that if I feel some sort of urge, I can go to a meeting.
Yep.
I can go talk to somebody. I can call one of my fellows. I can talk to my girlfriend, who's my number one fucking support. I can talk to you guys. I can just show up anywhere to a meeting. And I know that I have outlets now. I always did, but I now fully know. You know what I mean? I know that I have those outlets to be able to tackle some sort of urges or whatever that I may have. But I think the sobriety is going well. I think, I that's just my spiel. I just don't want to make it my full personality, I just feel like it's going in that direction. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Can I ask you who you think is putting you under a sobriety microscope?
I just since we've just talked about it a lot recently, I don't think I'm under a microscope. People are watching me to make sure I stay sober. Mm-hmm. I just think sobriety microscope as in maybe microscope's the wrong word, but I just don't, I don't want people to think that this can be my whole personality.
I agree with that, and I don't think it should be, and I agree with what you said. The vegan analysis anecdote is pretty spot on, because I remember being vegan and talking about it all the time.
You would not shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't, because I was just hungry all the time.
Yeah,
and then people were like, "Why are you hungry?" I'm like, "I'm fucking vegan." So I was always hungry.
Yeah.
And then whenever I went to eat and I was always eating, all I could talk about was being vegan, because I was at a restaurant. I'm like, "I'm vegan. What do you got?"
Yeah.
And they were like, "Stop telling me you're vegan."
You know what they had? Ice.
Yeah.
That was
ice and water. Listen, everybody. First of all, Jacob Wolf, since you're not going to be drinking anymore, you and I can enjoy a nice best day brew.
Oh, yeah, we can.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Crack one open, a nice cold one. When I was in Easton, they brought me some brand new best day brew. I'm looking forward, dude. It's the best, everybody, the best tasting non-alcoholic beer. I would say the best tasting beer I've had. But I'm not drinking beer with alcohol in it, so I have to qualify it. But it's the best tasting NA beer I think I've ever had.
It's truthfully, I've only had two. I had a Heineken Zero once. It was fucking terrible.
Terrible.
I had there's another one. It starts with a D.
Dickwad.
Probably. It tasted like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Best Day is definitely the only NA beer that I've ever had that actually tastes good.
It's so good, man. And I love the company, small company. The dude who owns it hasn't sold it off to a bigger corporation and made it go tits up. He's a great guy. He keeps quality control. And so we love working with him. The Best Day Brew, you and I like to share one in the green room. Mm-hmm. If you are somebody who's looking to not to have FOMO when you're out with your friends, or you're at a barbecue, or you're at a party, bring some Best Day, man. You feel like you're right in the group.
Yeah.
Okay. By the way, I think I'm almost the opposite with you. I'm definitely going back to mushrooms.
I'm going back. I just know I'm going back to smoking weed.
Don't know if I'll ever go back to smoking weed. I might do it once a week.
I may not ever go back to hallucinogens either. I like it for the rest of the time. I at this point, if I went back to smoking weed, have no problem with just smoking weed.
Yeah.
Because am I gonna kind of miss having a drink sometimes? If I go out with friends, if when I go back to London, that's all I fucking do is drink. Am I gonna miss that part of I don't know, just the FOMO? Maybe, but I just know the path it leads me down. and I just know that path is not worth me drinking anymore.
I will tell you, dude, that's why I stopped drinking. Not because of the drugs, but it just,
you just like doing cocaine?
led to stupid behavior.
My stupid behavior is drugs.
Right.
So that's why I'm out.
And so I'm with you, dude. And you do sometimes get a little FOMO when you're out and everyone's drinking and they look like they're having a good time and all that shit. That does happen.
I'll just have a mocktail so it makes it look like I'm drinking. I'm not.
It's one of the reasons I started smoking more. Because I was like, oh, you can be drunk, I want to be high.
Yeah, but I also just don't really go out in the first place. Like in London, London's going to be the hard one.
Yeah.
Because that's all they fucking do is drink.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to find an outlet. And so like the outlet is whatever it is, but like that's part of like knowing what's best for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I remember being in London and that first night I was there and I was like, nah, like we're not going to do anything. And then because Jake was like, I just want to be out for a little, have a couple drinks. And then his family left and he was like, I'm trying to get shit-faced. And I was, the fourth beer came out and I was like, you know what this tastes like?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I do. And I was like, sick. And just like, 20 minutes later, it was in my possession. So it's just like.
Well, that's good that you know that.
Yeah. It's just, I feel like another thing it taught me, like, the whole experience is just more like moderation. It's just like moderation and just knowing your limits. And just my limit is not, I can't do cocaine.
Yeah.
It's just my fucking limit.
Yeah.
And anything that brings that on, I just can't do. Because once I go, I can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. And I will spend all my fucking money on it. And I just can't afford to do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Point blank period. That's just it. And I think that's just what it's come to.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's good, man. I think it's good to get a grasp on who you are and what you can and can't do. It's interesting. I never thought I'd be in this spot with weed.
I saw it coming for a little while.
But yeah, I
saw it coming for you for a little while.
You did?
Yeah. You just didn't seem like you were having fun smoking weed anymore. It was always like, I want to smoke, but I don't want my voice to hurt. And it always seemed like you were finding an excuse to why you didn't want to. But then always somehow finding an excuse just to smoke a tiny bit. And I was like, he's hitting the end of his road with this. I could tell.
I just don't know that I was getting the same enjoyment out of it. Now, I will tell you.
Can't relate.
Yeah. I will tell you, I do miss doing the high live.
Yeah.
I really do. That was so much fun. And I might do that, which might end up where I would smoke once a week. But I think I said it on here. I thought it made me better on stage. It didn't.
No.
So, and I said I did a live last night. I will trade being better at what I love to do than whatever that feeling I was getting.
Yeah, 100%.
So, but I do miss mushrooms, and I miss that so much.
You can do some with Lee and Mohegan Sun?
I am going to do some with Lee. I have to kind of grapple with if I'm going to do them on the road with you.
I mean, look, for the last year, you did them on the road with me without me doing them.
Yeah, it's not that. I just don't know if I want to be high in front of you.
Why? Who cares?
I don't, because you and I have a different idea of your sobriety. But
I also just told you that I'm probably going to go back to smoking weed.
Let me just finish.
Okay.
You and I have a different idea of your sobriety and the example that I want to be, right? And so, I'm sure you've read some of the comments about the posts that we've put up, and people are like, that's just bad parenting and all that shit, right?
Yeah, I saw one of those.
And I don't necessarily agree with that. My parents didn't do any drugs, and I did a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad did a lot, and so did I.
Right? But I also have one son who does no drugs.
Pussy.
Right? That's right. but you know what I mean? So
yeah, no, 100%.
So I'm not, I don't, and I never did the drugs that you did. I mean, not in front of you. I stopped doing coke way before you were.
Yeah. I thought you were saying you never did it. No,
oh, yeah.
That's a lie.
No, yeah, I definitely did
we
it.
Talked about it on the podcast.
But, so like that was your own, and you never saw me drink.
Twice in my life.
Yeah.
Once was on vacation in Cabo. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah.
Actually, no. Go ahead. You do that. I'll go back to the Cabo story. Finish what you're saying, and then I'll get to the Cabo story.
I'm just saying, like, I've had to grapple with my own what I feel like responsibility or not responsibility, or and so I just don't know yet about being high in front of you.
Okay.
I honestly haven't decided. I haven't decided. Because I don't anymore feel responsible. Maybe I did for the first couple weeks. I was kind of wrestling with what my part in it was.
Right.
And I don't feel responsible. But I also don't want to be irresponsible.
You don't
if that
want,
makes
you
sense.
don't want to feel like you're an enabler?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I got to figure that out. Although doing mushrooms every Friday, I'm not sure is, especially since that's not a drug you're going to be doing, but it's still getting high and showing you that I'm getting high as part of my work.
But you're not doing it as part of your work.
I'm honestly doing it because I love it and it's fun and I think it helps me and I feel like I've worked really hard in my life and for a long time I didn't do, when you guys
enjoy yourself.
When you guys were young and I was single, I did 0 drugs.
Right, because you were a single father of 3.
I didn't even smoke weed. I didn't nothing. I didn't do. I mean, when I had a babysitter, I would go out maybe do some ecstasy, but like I never. While you guys were in the house and I was there, I didn't do drugs.
No, it's because you needed to be on tip-top shape at all times.
Yeah, but there are some people who smoke weed around their kids, not around their kids, but get high and take care of their kids and feel like they're fine.
Right.
And that wasn't something that I would ever do.
Yeah.
And so I feel like, it doesn't affect my life. It hasn't affected my job, the mushrooms. Mm-hmm. And so I'm kind of trying to balance out. But go ahead with your Cabo.
Okay, so we were in Cabo. It was Christmas, and I was 16 years old. I remember this. It was super funny. This was the last time I saw my dad with any alcohol in his system.
What was the time before that? Where you said 2 times?
I don't know. There was another time. It was a Bud Light. It was weird. For some reason, you had a Bud Light in your hand, and I don't remember why or where or for what reason.
Yeah, feels like a bad choice on my part.
It's a terrible choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, this is the last time I saw my dad crunk, and you were cooking.
Yeah, I was.
You were cooking.
Yeah, not the last time. Probably the only time you saw me drunk.
Oh, drunk? Yeah. So we were in Cabo. I was 16, so that means it was 2013.
Yeah,
probably. And I'm sitting. This is our Christmas trip. My parents were like, "Merry Christmas, we're going to Cabo," and I was like, "Sick! I'm 16. What the fuck am I supposed to do in Cabo?"
Yeah,
which I found out you could do a lot at 16 in Cabo.
Jesus.
Oh my God. I pretty much could have, if I wanted to, gotten into any of the clubs on the resort. They don't ID. It didn't matter. If you were white and American, you were spending money and they did not give a fuck.
Yeah. Plus the guys selling sombreros and ceramic plates.
And chocolates on the beach.
On the beach. Every drug you wanted.
Anything you wanted.
A hairless cat, a small human. They would sell anything.
It was awesome.
Yep.
And we would get up super early in the morning, and we would go down to the beach, and we would secure a cabana at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m.
Mm-hmm. And we say we, that was your mom.
Correct.
Yeah.
I was still sleeping. Because this was also the same trip that I smuggled drugs across the border accidentally.
God, the fucking... I could not believe you smuggled weed into Mexico.
Hey, they don't care about in. They care about out.
No, dude. No.
Yeah, okay, whatever. It wasn't a good choice. But hey, guess what? We made it through it and we had some weed.
Oh.
You're welcome.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, there's nothing else you could argue about. And I'm sitting in this cabana, and apparently also there was hookah at this resort, and they didn't ID, and I was 16, and this was when I was in my hookah phase. Because at parties that I went to when I was in high school, it was always hookah.
Really? I've never had hookah.
It's fucking that one time you did on the beach. Remember you hit it because you.
Oh yeah.
You were. So for those of you who don't know, hookah is straight up flavored tobacco. Like that is all it is. It's like take a vape, or take a cigarette, take the tobacco out of the cigarette, and then pour a ton of fucking flavored juice on it, put it in a pot, and stick a hot coal on top of it. That's hookah. It's sheesh. It's fucking. You find the right sheesh, I'm in. Like I would still smoke hookah to this day.
Okay.
Like but also you have to be careful. Because when I was in high school and I was smoking weed, they would also have hookahs, and all the people who would smoke weed would be near the people who were smoking hookah.
Yeah.
What a dangerous combo hookah and weed is.
Well, that's like a spliff when you go over.
But it's not together. I would just be high and then hit the hookah. That shit was fucking crazy. I've never been that, we call it domey. I've never been that domey in my entire fucking life.
Yeah.
Like, other than when I would take bong rips with actual tobacco from a cigarette in it. That was fucking crazy.
Holy shit.
Oh, that was fucking wild. I stopped doing that because I was like, it's taking the joy out of smoking weed for me because I'm so fucked up right now. I can't begin to explain.
Like dizzy?
Just straight up like lightheaded. Like I would sit there. Like it was like it was a whole nother world.
Yeah.
It was dangerous too, because had you had a little drink in you, that would take you right over the fucking top. Couldn't do it. Back to the hookah. We were in Cabo, and I'm sitting in this cabana at 16, enjoying life. It's like 3 days after Christmas, and I'm with a hookah in this cabana, sitting there doing nothing. My parents are doing fuck all. I don't know what they're doing. I'm in this cabana by myself, and all of a sudden, somebody stumbles around the corner of the cabana, and they're like, "Hey!" And I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And you're like, "Oh, nothing. Just had a couple drinks at the bar." Stumbles into the cabana, and I was like, "Oh yeah." I go, "How many?" He goes, I don't know. I think I downed like 5 or 6 straight tequilas. And I'm like,
in short order, too.
And I'm like, dude. And I checked my phone. I'm like, "You've been gone for 15 minutes."
Yeah.
You were like, that was your exact response. Was yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah. And I was like, "Oh, okay." You were like, I go, "You feeling pretty good?" And you said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I was pretty drunk.
You were pretty drunk. It's the only time in my life I've ever seen you drunk. I've seen you high out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
More times than I can count. But drunk is a one-time only, never seen it.
Yeah.
And you see me hitting this hookah, and you're like, "Ooh, what's that?" And I'm like, "I don't think you're going to like it." And you're like, "Give it to me anyways." And I was like, "Yeah, that sounds about right." And you went, "How does it work?" And I went, "All right, here's the mouthpiece. You're going to inhale." I go, "But don't inhale and swallow like you're smoking weed." I go, "It's not the same fucking thing." I go, "Just inhale and exhale." And what did you do? Not what I told you to do. You did the exact opposite of what I told you to do.
I inhaled.
You smoked it like you were smoking weed.
Yeah.
And you sat there and coughed your head off and then laid down in the cabana and fell asleep in 10 minutes because you were so fucking... Whatever was going on up here, you were like, "Ooh, a nap," and just fell asleep next to me in the cabana.
I remember,
awesome.
Dude. I was at the bar,
funny.
and somebody was like, because this is what people used to scream to me at the time.
This was peak Chelsea.
Chelsea, and they just scream, "Chelsea lately."
Peak Chelsea lately.
Because people didn't know my name, and they thought her last name was Lately.
Yeah, yeah.
So they just screamed, "Chelsea lately." And I'd be like, "Hey." And I did a shot, and then somebody else was like, "Oh, you're that guy from Chelsea lately?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Let's do a shot." And then the bartender was like, "Why are people buying you shots?" I'm like, "I don't know." And he goes, "Let's do a shot." And I was like, "Okay."
But you didn't tell me you did shots. You told me you did, because your drink was tequila on the rocks.
Yeah, no, it was shots.
Oh, you told me you did. That, by the way, is a little better, because had you done straight 5 tequila on the rocks...
No shots.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think 2 of the drunkest times I've ever been in my life were in Cabo.
By the way, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like that sounds...
But I was definitely, but we also had a little Montezuma's down there the last night.
I had the worst Montezuma.
Yeah.
It was, and and thank God, I thank everything for this. The minute we got on the plane, it stopped. Do you remember? I was up all fucking night.
Oh, yeah.
You were periodic. I was every hour on the hour, like fucking clockwork.
Dude, the worst Montezuma's I ever had was in the Dominican.
Oh, wait, I was there for that.
Remember, I got it. It came on like 3 hours before we were supposed to leave for our flight.
Yeah.
And I told your mom, I go to the pharmacy, get me a bottle of Pepto, and then go to the... I said, go to the kitchen and get me a loaf of white bread. And, I built my own wall.
Yeah.
I drank the Pepto and I ate like legit.
Like a half loaf of white bread.
At least.
Yeah.
I built like a wall of paper mache.
Before your butthole.
Yeah, dude. I built the wall. There was nobody climbing over it, going under it.
Going through it.
Yo, dude. It was and when the wall broke a few days later, it was crazy.
Horrendous.
But 2 days, 3
The Hoover
days.
Dam exploded.
For sure, dude. But 2 days, like 3 days of the zero poop and just the wall, my stomach, I looked like one of those Ethiopian kids on the commercial with the fly around. I was like, my stomach was like, boop.
Yeah.
And when you hit it, it would have gone thunk.
Yeah, it was hard as a rock.
Oh, it was taut.
Yeah, yeah.
Toit.
Yeah.
Toit like a tiger.
Yeah, Charles Powers, I can tell you can tell you're a toit man. I can tell by your toit pants. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like a tiger.
Dude, man, that cowboy trip was a ton of fun.
It was a great time. The stand-up paddleboarding was super fun.
Snorkeling.
Snorkeling was not fun.
Didn't you learn how to scuba?
It was Hawaii.
Oh.
No, by the way, snorkeling was not fun for me and Mom.
How come?
The waters were so fucking choppy. Like we couldn't sit still. We couldn't do anything. And every time we'd go to snorkel, the waves were so choppy that water would end up in the snorkel. And so I was breathing in salt water for fucking 2 hours.
Guess who didn't snorkel?
You.
Yeah.
Remember I told you we came back and we were like, you made the right decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
I didn't snorkel because I'm not a good swimmer.
You also don't like the ocean.
Because I'm not a good swimmer.
Yeah.
So it scares me because the ocean to me is very unpredictable and very powerful and there's so much
to
unknown.
Everyone, yeah, of course.
So right, but to me you got to have confidence in the water, and I don't have confidence in the water to get in past my waist. I just don't.
Scuba diving was like a whole new world.
I know. I would love to, man.
It's fucking awesome.
I would love to. I would love
like,
to.
I think in the right area, honestly, like I honestly think you'd be able to do it with the right supervision, with the right people.
I'd like to scuba more than I'd like to snorkel.
100%. I would recommend scuba over snorkeling, unless you're like one of those free snorkelers who can hold their breath for 4 some odd minutes.
Cannot do that.
Me either, and dive underwater and just sit there.
Cannot do that.
By the way, if you can hold your breath for 4 some odd minutes, what's the point of the snorkel? Why not just dive with just the goggles?
Dude, you're Tom Cruise if you can do that.
Yeah, a lot of people can do it. It's crazy. Like the people who spearfish. I want to try that.
Dude, I just want to hear that.
Yeah, I want to spearfish. I also want to swim with sharks. Like where's Paul? Paul de Gelder.
Dude, the invitation comes every year from Paul de Gelder.
I would like to accept the invitation without him because he won't do it. If you send me an invitation, I will accept it.
But I am the one with the money. It's not free.
That's a good point.
So that's why the invitation comes
Paul,
to me.
keep sending the invites to my dad. He'll say yes eventually.
It's not. It's not that I actually want to do that because I'll get in a cage and great white it.
Yeah, but I would.
You want to get down there and swim with the tiger sharks?
I mean, yes and no. I want to do the cage first.
Yeah, dude.
And then I want to do the tiger sharks. But also at the same time, like, if a big enough great white can go through anything.
Yeah.
Have you seen the 20-foot great white female in Australia?
No.
Yeah. Hold on.
20-foot great white? What's it doing?
Fucking being a badass.
What part of Australia? We're going to be there. Should we go in and try to find a 20-foot great white?
Do you want to go find a 20-foot great white?
Not at all, actually. But dude, while you're looking at that, can I ask you a question? I was driving here today. What car to you signifies that they're going to drive slowly? Do you know what I'm asking?
Prius.
So for you, it's Prius? Mine has changed. I don't think so for the Prius. Holy shit. To me, the Prius, because so many Ubers are Prius, to me, the Priuses are not the slow driving cars anymore. It's one of two. It's either the Subaru, the wagon.
The one that Grandma drove.
Yep. But can I tell you for real what I think the slowest driving people are? Mm-hmm. Are the people in the big trucks, the F-150s.
Oh, they
are the mosiest, slowest.
I would so disagree with that. I can't even begin to explain.
So you think it's a Prius? You think Prius drivers drive slower than those? Though they're just
those dudes are so aggressive.
They're moseying around. They're doing 40 on the freeway.
Where are you driving?
I'm driving everywhere.
I would love to drive with that because every big truck I come across is the largest dickhead on the road.
You talking about the Ford F-150 people?
The raised, like with the raised trucks and like.
Nah, not the raised trucks. Different. The big tire guys. Yeah. Those are the small dick dudes. And they're driving fast. I mean, just somebody in a regular F-150 or oversized, like a big truck. They are the pickup truck drivers, not the small ones with the 14 Mexicans in them. The big ones with the one white dude.
Yeah.
They are the slowest.
Wait, what are we talking about? Small one with 14 people in them.
Well, like dudes with there's like 5 lawnmowers and there's people.
You mean the guys who are out working cutting lawns?
Yes.
Yeah. There's like 3 of them.
Yeah, in the front seat.
There's only one seat. What are we talking about?
Just trying to make a stereotypical joke.
Yeah, they work hard.
They do work hard, by the way. I don't subscribe to the lazy Mexican.
That they are one of the
least
lazy
laziest
group of people I've ever met in my entire life, if not the hardest working motherfuckers I've ever met.
Anytime someone's like lazy Mexican, I'm like, no, you got the wrong group.
Yeah.
You talking about lazy white kids?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Like, yeah, I've never met. Yeah, no. They are. I think one of the hardest working group of people I've ever met in my entire life.
Dude, for sure.
And they're like, oh, they're stealing the jobs. Are you telling me your son Travis wants to go cut lawns for the city? Fuck off.
So you think the slowest car to drive behind is the Prius?
Oh,
I think that is
my least favorite.
I think the Subaru wagon or the big F-150 guys are the slowest driving.
Prius.
I think Prius.
I will die on this hill, Prius.
Prius. It used to be Prius. Frustrates me so much when you do that.
What, Prius?
No, when you scream,
Prius!
when you scream things like that over what I'm saying, it drives me crazy.
Prius.
I don't like it. I like it less when you whisper it. Don't make that noise.
Yeah, no, Prius. Prii drivers?
Priuses?
Prii?
I don't mind Prii.
Prii's not bad. Makes me hate them less.
Does it?
No.
I don't mind a Prius driver. I think they get a bad rap.
Hate them. What bad rap?
Because I don't think they drive slowly. I think that's the Subarus and the F-150s.
I also the main reason I hate Prius drivers is because, again, like the sobriety and the vegans, they're like, oh, I drive a Prius, and it's the first thing they fucking tell you.
I think that is a bad stereotype that has been disproven.
Has it though?
No,
exactly. I will post this. Who is your, for everybody listening, who is, like, what's the car that when you see, you're like, oh, this dude's gonna fucking suck? And like, for me, like 100%, it's one of those throw up green Prius.
And I would say for me, it used to be the Subaru wagon, but now it's like the giant F-150s. Those dudes are just moseying.
I disagree.
And they're not moseying in the right-hand lane. They're just moseying.
I disagree.
They're lollygaggers.
What'd you call me?
Lollygaggers.
Oh.
All right, dude. So listen, I do want to start a new segment, but called Good Parenting or Nah. I do want to talk to you about New Year's Eve being the most overrated holiday of the year.
Mine's Halloween.
Okay, but did you want to talk about something first?
Yeah, I thought about this yesterday just because, like, there's two things. One, when I moved out of the house and I got the apartment, the first video I sent you, it was me taking a bong rip and pouring beer into my cereal.
Yep.
Like, so, everybody has those moments where it's like, wait, I can totally buy this and put it in my house because I'm an adult, right?
Mm-hmm.
That thing happened yesterday. So, as you know, I'm a Costco member and
The little flex.
executive member. Actually,
What's the difference?
I get cash back with my executive membership. So,
you
have
to pay for the membership.
Yeah. You have to pay for the membership.
And so, do you make more money back than the membership costs?
That's the whole point. Is once you spend enough and you get your cash back, they literally send you a check of money that you made throughout the year with your membership.
Can I ask, like, what is that check? What's it coming back? What will
I don't know. I haven't even had it for a full year yet.
Oh, this is exciting.
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's like a tax refund.
Exactly, but for shopping at Costco.
Holy shit. Okay.
Fucking awesome.
Yep.
And we were walking around yesterday at Costco, and I spotted something that Iman and I both really wanted. As you know, big soda guy. So, and nothing for me is better than an ice cold Coca-Cola.
Bottle.
If I can't get Coke out of a bag, I'll get it from a bottle. Come on! Come on, I've been thinking about that all day. That was a good one.
Yeah,
Come on.
That was good. That was a good one.
You just were not ready for it.
I was not.
Yeah.
Because I first thought about Coca-Cola in a bag. I'm like, do they sell that? I was like, wow, they're really trying to
get every outlet that they get.
Yeah, I was like, just so you suckle it like a nipple?
I had chocolate milk from a bag when I was in elementary school and middle school. Shout out Los Angeles Unified School District.
What do you mean you had chocolate milk out of a bag?
They didn't have cartons when I was a kid. We had bags.
Get the fuck out of here. No, a bag of chocolate milk?
I had plastic bags of chocolate milk where I'd bite off the corner and just squeeze it. And I would walk around with it in my hand. You didn't know this?
They sold the milk in bags.
Yes. We didn't have cartons as kids.
This is that's
why we all bit the corner to walk around with it, because if you poked it with a straw, you would go straight through it and lose all your milk.
So it was like a cheaper Capri Sun, because Capri Sun is kind of like a bag.
No, that's not that. I wouldn't consider that a bag.
What would you consider that?
I like a pouch.
A pouch?
Yeah,
a sack.
This was a straight up plastic bag.
I've never heard of such.
Oh my god! I can't believe that you didn't know this. I'm not. By the way, I'm not kidding. When I say
you would take a nipple of chocolate milk.
I would bite off the corner of the chocolate of the bag and just squeeze it into my mouth.
Okay, that's crazy.
I can't.
Okay.
I can't believe you don't know this.
I had no idea, but that they don't serve Coca-Cola like that.
No, no. But
That's a different Coke.
But for the nostalgic feeling, I would definitely buy it.
I will make sure it's in the green room.
All right. Just Ziploc bags filled with Coca-Cola, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And where was I going with
Do you
that?
know there used to be Coke and Coca-Cola?
I know. Maybe that's why I like Coca-Cola so much, because I'm just hoping there is. And I'm walking around, and a Mexican Coca-Cola, by the way, the one in the glass bottle.
Yeah, glass bottle, good one.
Top tier, can't beat it. Nothing beats it. It's number one. Costco sells a 24-pack of them.
Ooh.
Till we bought it. And there are 22 ice-cold glass bottles of Coca-Cola in my fridge right now. Pretty stoked about it. Like, it's
That
just...
would have never been at our house.
I remember grabbing it, and Iman goes, so you weren't allowed to have soda as a kid? And I go, no, I could have soda, but it was very limited. Like, I was never allowed to have it in the house. If we went to a movie, I couldn't get candy and a soda. It had to be popcorn and a soda or water and a candy. And I always chose water and candy because I wanted my candy, and I knew if I ever wanted a soda, it wouldn't make any sense because you guys always had popcorn. So I would always have access to it. It was just, I always wanted a fun drink. And now when I go to the fucking movie theaters, I look around and I go, yeah, fuck you, Dad. I'm going to get a soda and a candy.
Hilarious. As a fuck you to me.
Yeah.
Skittles and an 88-ounce Coca-Cola, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Most of them serve Cherry Coke now, too, which is my fucking jam. What? Cherry Coke is goated.
Cherry Coke, Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb.
Okay, Mr. Pibb, whatever.
That's all.
How dare you put Cherry Coke and Dr. Pepper in the same category as Mr. Pibb?
Shit.
You watch your fucking mouth.
It's all the worst. I understand a Coca-Cola because every now and then, I'm trying to think the last time. I might have had one recent. Not one, but I had a sip of one. And I was like, this is so good. When
did you have a sip of Coca-Cola that I wasn't there?
You were there. I forget when we did it. But I had a sip of a Coca-Cola. Here's the thing, man. I don't... Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you. I ate a bag of dicks on stage the other night. The biggest bag of dicks I've eaten in probably...
Where? In Jersey?
Here.
On Monday?
No. You want to finish your story? Or do you want me to get into this?
Well, no. It was just that, like, I was going to ask the follow-up question of, having adult money and being able to buy my own shit. Like, these are the things I buy.
Yeah.
What do you remember, like, your first big thing?
Yeah, you mean when I moved out of the house? Because we weren't allowed to have Coca-Cola or candy or anything.
Yeah.
Our house.
Like, what was your...
And we grew up poor, dude. Like, we had... Our potato chips were called potato chips. It was a white bag with black letters. It said potato chips. And the same thing, it would just say cookies. Like, it was like...
It's like an off-brand TV show.
Dude, for sure. we shopped at a place called Price Chopper. And that was it, dude. It was like...
You guys were eating TV props.
Potato chips. Yeah.
Like that's what that is. You were eating TV props.
Crackers. But it was
water.
Yeah. We were poor, man. So we
No, this is me not laughing at the fact that you were poor.
Oh, no, I'm with you, dude. 100%.
That title of
But
shit.
you don't remember either, dude, when you...
No, we grew up poor for a certain amount of time, but I never really understood it.
When we lived in the luxury apartments, I was on WIC, dude. WIC is basically money from the government to get, like...
Social Security.
No, it's just for food. It's like for...
Food stamps? Is it like food stamps?
If you just let me finish, I'll tell you exactly what it is.
Do you want me to keep asking questions?
You can if you want. But it was for, like, necessities for babies, like formula, milk.
Got it.
Right? I forget what fell under WIC. But dude, one of the most humiliating times in my life. I was at Ralph's and I had my WIC stuff. And I had a couple extra things. And I had all three of you with me. And I was counting money. And a woman, and I get now being in her position, said to me, hey, let me just get that for you. And I was so humiliated. I was like, absolutely not. She was like, no. She was like, it's not a big deal. Let me just get this for you. Being in her position now, I understand because I've offered that to people before and they were like, no. And I understand. And if I hadn't gone through it, I wouldn't have understood it. I'd have been like, say goodbye to pride. What's the pride? Just keep your money and let me get this. And yeah. So that WIC shit, dude. But we were on WIC in the luxury apartment. So
I was way too young to remember that.
You were too young. But that's when I was making black beans, tuna fish and cheddar cheese.
Yeah. I think it's the reason I hate 2 out of the 3 of those things. I don't eat black beans anymore. And
we ate so many black beans.
Yeah, I think it's why I don't like black beans anymore. I don't like black beans and I don't like tuna.
Yeah, I don't eat tuna.
I like raw tuna, like sushi tuna.
Yeah.
But like if you show me tuna out of a can, I will throw the fuck up.
Oh, dude, I'll eat a tuna melt.
We were on the phone when you ate one for the first time in 20 years the other day.
Where was I?
I don't remember.
Delicious. Okay.
I think you were in LA.
Yeah, dude, I was.
Yeah, I think you were
You were still in sober living.
No, I was not.
Yes, you were, because I had just done Yola's podcast.
Oh, yeah, I was in sober living still. I was very close to my way out.
Yeah, you were. You were already telling me this is when I'm leaving. That was actually the phone call you did tell me this is what's happening.
Oh. Okay.
Or it was the phone call after, because I remember me saying to you, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Great decision. I do not regret that.
Yeah, dude, I think we've been over that. So.
Just want to look into the camera one more time and say, I do not regret that.
By the way, when I look in the camera and then you look in the camera, and then I'm so much tanner than you.
Yeah, I don't go outside. I don't walk my dog for 6 miles in the morning.
Oh, dude, he's getting so tired of me walking him. Oh, I forgot to do the Indiana Jones song this morning.
Thank God.
It's the morning bunk with
wait, will you go
Indiana
back?
Jones. Oh, eating dicks?
No, well, I am white. Also, that light is bright.
Well, it's on me too, dude.
Yeah, but you're also wearing a hat. Forwards. Put your hat forward. Put your hat back down again. You had a shadow.
Yeah, no shadow. Look. Well, there's nothing up here.
Yeah.
But look, tan.
Your forehead's not.
No, dude. And my legs aren't. My legs are even less tan. My legs, what do my legs look like, dude?
Translucent. You could see through them.
Let me tell you about this eating dicks.
Okay. By the way, dicks and farts, Josh Wolf.
Damn it.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir!
but that doesn't count. It's a saying.
You could have said I ate shit.
Okay.
Dicks and farts. Welcome to the podcast with Josh Wolf. Where we talk about dicks and farts. Farts and dicks and farts.
What an asshole.
Woo!
Okay.
Instead of boats and hoes, it's dicks and farts. All right, I'm good. That was the only one I wanted. That was funny.
What were we talking about?
You eating dicks on stage.
Oh, yeah. So I was asked to do this biohack.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. Okay, I forgot to ask you how this went.
And the only reason I said yes is because I'm big into the biohacking stuff, and there were a lot of people there that I respect and that have actually helped make me healthy, right? And in a way really saved my health. And so when I talked to the people who were putting it on, they asked about me doing it, and they were like, "Do it. We'd like you to do like a small, kind of like Oscars style roasty, nothing too bad." But like, and I was like, okay.
But it had to be on this, right? It had to be on biohacking?
And the people.
How you didn't know anybody? How you?
No, I knew what they, in general, like what they think and what they do. But what you know, here's what I know as a comic. And I knew I was going to.
Shit the bed.
Yes. Because here's a couple things you know. Roast jokes only work well at roasts. When people are expecting to get roasted. But people who are just showing up for an event.
They feel it's targeted and mean.
Don't feel, well, they're just not, that's not what they're there for. It's a mindset, the roast. Not only that, the other people there, when people are not expecting comedy, rule number one, and I think Joe Rogan has said this a couple times in the last couple of weeks, don't do comedy where they're not expecting comedy.
Fair enough.
It's not
that's fair.
It's not, so not only there were like 800 people there, but 400 of them were standing up talking. And I had just followed somebody who did laughter yoga. You heard me.
What did you say?
Laughter yoga. And I knew it was but it was just terrible. But I will tell you, it was a great reminder. I walked out of there with your mom and I was like, I'm really glad that I did that because I did it knowing how it was going to go.
Yeah, like you knew the outcome already, so you just kind of like.
And I'm donating my entire paycheck to the NPHY here, which is the Homeless Youth Nevada Partnership for Homeless Youth. So that is, and I have been preaching to myself to just do things, just go for it. It doesn't matter, just do it. And so, but it was bad. I hadn't eaten shit like that in so long.
How's it feel?
Terrible.
Awful.
Terrible.
That's how I feel at every open mic.
Terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
it's awful.
Yeah, but the difference is also I was standing in front of people I respect so much. And I knew I was going to eat shit. But I also knew that I was going to give that money to a good cause and all that stuff.
Yeah, and also it's not like it affects your career in some sort of way.
No, but I
just
do.
your ego.
Yes. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't actually affect your career in any way.
No, it won't affect my career in any way. I do want to do a segment.
I did have one more, but do your segment.
You have one more what?
It was the Pokemon craze, but we will get into that later.
Oh, you wanted to ask me what the first thing...
Oh, yeah, first thing you bought out of the house that wasn't labeled just cereal.
Yeah. Well, it was in college, man.
Right.
And we're taking away the beer part, right?
Right.
Okay. So it was...
yeah, definitely not the beer part, because
it was...
I know you bought that.
1,000% soda. I just had never had soda in my fridge.
Freely in your fridge. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's a dangerous game.
Yeah. But I will tell you, dude, this is going to sound crazy, but even as soon as I was a sophomore, I started eating what I thought was healthy. I didn't know, but I ate pasta with no sauce.
By the way, but hold on. We're going to go back to that real quick.
Just some butter, no sauce.
Oh, like a buttered noodle type deal.
Yeah, but the tiniest amount of butter.
Why?
Because in my brain, I was like, sauce equals calories. I'm just going to eat what I think is pure. At the time, pasta was preached as good for you.
Right. Were you eating this? Were you trying to eat healthy, though?
I was trying to eat healthy, no fat, just jacked.
Got it. Carbs don't help with that.
I didn't know that. At the time, pasta was like what they fed you the night before a football game.
Yeah.
Right? And so I would go, at the time, it was no sugar, no carbs, it was no fat. That was the way to go. So I went no fat, dude. But yeah, it was a little bananas.
Yeah.
Okay. But definitely soda. Soda, and not in the fridge, but like, it wasn't just soda, but it was brand name things. So
Yeah.
not just having chips, but like Lay's chips.
Yeah.
Like Cheetos.
That makes sense.
Like things where I was like, oh, this is what the fucking... I'm eating Lay's chips. And people were like, yeah, good for you, dude. It would just be a bag of Lay's, but it said Lay's on it.
Yeah.
So it felt super fancy.
Yeah, because they had no idea.
That was the year also that my sweet mate tried to crawl into bed with me.
Oh, and then tried to do it to your other sweet mate and he got punched right in the face.
This dude.
Where he says he was sleepwalking?
Yeah.
But he's actually gay?
Yeah. Well, dude, who sleepwalks with a boner, you know?
Valid.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, valid. Are you on this Pokemon? Like, do you understand this Pokemon craze that's happening at all?
You mean the one that's been happening since 1996?
No, but like the crazy resurgence. Like when I was in like middle school, high school, Pokemon cards weren't really.
Are they back?
Dude, they're so back.
It's
like you see my story the other day.
Dude.
So I bought that pack at a card shop. Shout out SNA Collectibles in Vegas. It's by the Target that I go to. And we went in. I was looking for just like a specific pack or like just some fun things to buy. And I saw an Evolving Skies pack. So Evolving Skies, remember, I think it was 2 Christmas ago, Iman and I got Trevor, my brother, those Pokemon. So those boxes were $80 when we bought them. Do you want to take a guess on how much each one of those individually costs right now?
The individual boxes?
Yes.
And they cost $80 together last time?
Nope.
Each
one costs $80.
$100.
$700.
What?
Buy
one?
$700 for an ET. It's called an Elite Trainer Box or an ETB. This is the only reason why. In that series of Evolving Skies, so like there's a bunch of different ones. There's like none of these names are going to make any sense to you, or just know that they're different. There's like Paldean Fates. There's Evolving Skies. There's Surging Sparks. There's all these different lines and decks of Pokemon, right? So Evolving Skies is known for having, other than like your OG OG Pokemon stuff, which like
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I just tell you how stupid I think this is? Go.
Extremely. Yeah. Perfect. I know that. But in the Evolving Skies pack, there's a card. The reason I got it for Trevor is because his favorite Pokemon, the Pokemon's name is Umbreon.
Yeah.
And so
That's the tattoo he got?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go past that.
Okay.
And so there's a card in that Evolving Skies box or in pack that if you pull it, the card itself without it being graded is like $3,000
So you're paying $700 just
for
on
the possibility
of getting
of
that
what's
one
inside.
of that one card.
Correct.
Not any of the other cards.
Well, there are other cards that are worth money in there, but
Okay.
like there's not the one that's worth $3,000.
Did he get any good cards when you bought him the deck?
Yeah, we pulled so Pokemon nerds unite. Umbreon is an evolution of a Pokemon named Eevee. Eevee has like 9 different evolutions.
Okay.
We call them Eeveelutions because
Yeah,
Pokemon's name is Eevee.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the pack, there's 3 different Eeveelutions, and so he pulled not the Umbreon but the Leafeon. I texted him literally the other day. Actually, hold on, let me pull it up. I was texting Trev the other day because when I pulled that card, so he pulled this one. It's called Leafeon VMAX.
Yeah.
And right now, he sent me another picture. Right now, the card is sitting at $400.
He has that?
Yeah, he has it
From the pack you bought him.
from the pack we bought.
That's awesome.
Which is awesome. But I texted him and I was like, bro, you like these packs are so expensive now. But so yeah, that card that I pulled the other day is one of them out of the Evolving Skies. It's like top 10 most expensive cards in the
That's awesome, dude.
in the pack. So, but I'm gonna wait until I stack up a couple more cards because I'm going to send them all to get graded because so this card that I have is worth 160, but if I get it graded and it's a PSA 10, it's 350.
And will you sell it right away?
Once I get it graded,
Yeah.
but it also takes $20 to get it graded, so you have to send it to PSA and pay shipping, so it's like $25.
Yeah.
But I heard now you can go to GameStop and GameStop will actually get them approved.
If you send it, aren't you leaving it up to them if they fuck it up like in worse condition than you sent it?
They won't. That's not how that works. So right now it's in a sleeve and a top loader. So if I send it to them like that, it would have to literally be folded in half in order for it to fuck up. But also, like, what it's worth right now at 150, 160, if it gets a PSA like 7 or 8, it'll be worth less than just it as the card. So the only thing I have to lose is that $15 because if I get it back and it's not worth more than what it is raw, I just crack it out of the case and I sell it raw.
It's crazy that in the case it could be worth less.
Yeah. Because, I don't understand it either. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, but, like, I'd have to show you. Like, it all depends on, like the centering of the card and how it's cut. Because sometimes, like, when they cut the Pokemon cards, there was more, like, blank space on the right side than there was the left.
Yeah.
Or if you flip it over, the Pokeball on the back is, like, centered right instead of left. Or, like, all this weird shit. But, like, how they do it is super strange. But, like, I'm going to get it graded.
Yeah, dude. Congratulations.
Thanks. And then Trevor's, that card that's worth $400, not graded, a PSA 10 is probably worth close to $1,000.
Is he going to sell it?
I don't know. I asked him. He was like, I'm thinking about getting it graded. I was like, dude, you should. You know how I was like, or you could just sell it for $400 at what it is right now.
Yeah,
Like,
you might as well because here's the thing. Like, you never know if it's on its resurgence now, there's ups and then they drop again.
I feel like, honestly, it's going to go like, I feel like this Pokemon, I truthfully, dude, I don't see it going away for a long time. I don't see it going away for a long time because 4 years ago, like when this all kind of started and came back up, even 2 years ago when I bought Trevor that thing, we were like, oh, this will go away soon. I've never, dude, this.
But dude, I remember the original and thinking this stupid shit will be done in a year. Thank God.
But
and that was 1998.
But that was just kids. But now it's all the grown ass people who look for
This
the
is what I'm saying.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Who look for the nostalgia in the Pokemon cards now. And all the kids growing up now were
Yep.
like, oh my God, Pokemon. Like,
Yep.
it's a complete combination of all generations
Yeah.
who are
It's
in
like-
for this.
It's weird. It's like Disney now because it's generational.
Yeah. And I also think like, I think it's going to take the same route sneakers did. Like sneakers right now, like it's a very.
Have they dipped a little bit?
Oh yeah.
They have, right?
Yeah. Like it is some have gone completely up. Like all Off-White stuff has gone up because after Virgil died, right, everything has gone up because no more Off-White will be made. What's made is what's made, and that's it, right? And so, but also it's so volatile. Like it's like
Is now the time for me to grab a couple shoes I want on StockX?
I would think so. I would definitely think so. Like We'll go through it, but like I'm pretty sure right now you can also on StockX go down. If you get the app, you can go down to the bottom and look at the literal stock of the shoe and see how it's gone up and down throughout the months. So you can see what's a high, what's a low, when it's good to buy, when it's not.
I just want some more all white shoes. My 95s are musty.
85s.
85s are musty.
Yeah. Oh, the neutral gray ones.
Are those
Yeah,
the thin ones?
they're called neutral gray 85.
Yeah.
Those are. I don't know if those are still super expensive, but I remember they when you got them, they were like a very sought after shoe. Like,
Yeah.
They were really, really.
I would love another pair of mummy dunks.
Why? Have you fucked them up?
They're just musty, man.
Just clean them. Figure out how to clean them. You need a bristle.
Okay.
Those are shoes worth cleaning.
All right, I love those.
They're worth cleaning. Do you know what I mean? Like those are shoes that are worth it.
When this comes out, you will have done your first week back on the road.
Can't wait.
Yeah, dude.
I'm excited to get back on stage.
I bet.
I went to the Raiders game on Monday. Shout out Matt for the tickets.
Yeah. The stadium looked empty.
I was there an hour and a half before the game started.
Oh, okay.
So
Wow.
oh, well, one, I didn't know. Well, parking, we didn't know what to do with parking because we were not parking at the stadium. It's $100.
Yeah.
I was not parking at Mandalay Bay. It was $80.
Yeah.
So we parked at Luxor, self-parking, $35.
Nailed it.
$35 for parking in Vegas for
Yeah.
event parking?
Yeah.
Fucking great.
Did you walk back to Luxor?
Yeah, so you know the bridge?
Yeah.
They closed that down for Raiders games. So no one's allowed to drive on it, so they legit just let people walk in the street. So it's legit sectioned off just so you can walk to the stadium.
How long a walk was it back to Luxor?
15 minutes?
That's perfect.
It was awesome. It was
Yeah.
great. Maybe not even, like 10
How was
15
that
minutes.
stadium?
Dude, holy shit. Like, well, also, I don't know if you know, my first professional football game.
Yeah, that's right.
I've never been to an NFL game before. So, and I made a TikTok about it. I stand by what I stand by. College games are way better than the NFL.
Yeah, I agree with that. But
But-
it's just there's more atmosphere, more energy.
The Raiders!
Yeah.
Charles Woodson did have a sick-ass intro for the fucking stadium, though. Also, I find it strange that in their saying where it's like, we pillage for fun, and I'm like, you guys suck.
Yeah.
Like, but Charles Woodson was there at the game also, so
Yeah.
on the Jumbotron. Beautiful, beautiful stadium, dude. I mean, having never been to an NFL game, there's not a bad seat in the house.
Yeah.
Like, you seem far away, but you're also close enough. Like, I can still see the ball. I can still see the players.
I think it's a TV sport.
I agree. And also, super bummed didn't get to see Max Crosby play.
Yeah, because he's hurt.
He had season-ending knee surgery 3 days before I was going to the game. I was
Yeah.
like, son of a bitch. Like, that
Big
was
bummer.
my only saving grace was like Max I'm going to get to watch one of the best DNs in the fucking league go to work on fucking Kirk Cousins. He was going to go.
Kirk Cousins no
Got
longer
benched.
starting. Yeah.
I think he should be back.
I think you're right. I think
You scored 15 points on the Raiders.
Yeah, dude. He's also 9 interceptions in the last however many.
Zero
games.
one
touchdown.
touchdown. I was there for that.
Yeah, that's right.
I was there for the touchdown. Yeah, super dope stadium. A lot of great food in that stadium. We had Vito's Tacos, which is birria tacos.
That's your favorite.
And guess what? Vito's Tacos has a taco truck that shows up at the 7-Eleven right down the street from my house every Tuesday. So guess what I had last night? Vito's Tacos.
Which 7-Eleven? The one in the parking lot?
Yeah, the one in Inspirada.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They show up
dude.
every Tuesday night.
They do?
Yeah, I had a birria egg roll last night.
Really?
Love the idea. On paper, great idea. But
Is it?
yeah, birria tacos. Imagine birria inside an egg roll.
Yeah.
On paper, that's a good idea.
But it didn't.
Sometimes when you eat, like the birria, like it's stewed, it gets like you get like big clumps of meat that you can't really bite through. Do you know what I'm saying? So you end up getting like a really big bite of meat.
Yeah.
The egg roll was just birria and cheese in an egg roll. Again, it sounds great, but it felt a little like stiff.
Isn't
But it-
birria goat?
Traditionally, yes, but it also could just be stewed beef.
Okay. That was
Like,
my
you could just
nickname in
make
high
it-
school.
Yeah, you can just make it from beef chuck, which is what most
That was
people I
also
see
my
on.
nickname in high school.
So, like when you see people do it online, like goat traditionally, yes, is birria, but it's generally just regular like beef chuck.
I love how you just walked right past both of those. You're like, nah.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough for me to acknowledge. So
All
I
right.
moved on.
Let me do this
Yeah,
one last
yeah,
segment
yeah.
and let's get out of here.
Yeah.
I have been scouring the internet. I'm so curious with modern day parenting.
It needs help.
And maybe, but we're going to start a new segment called Good Parenting or Nah. I want you to watch this TikTok and tell me if you think this is good parenting or nah.
Kids won't clean their room, grab some poppy seeds or black rice from the pantry, sprinkle it around so it looks like the mouse droppings. My kids clean their room from top to bottom.
What do you think about that? Watch the video. So they walk in, they just pour a little on the floor. They tell the kids that there's mice and they're pooping on the floor, so their kids clean their room. Good parenting, Jacob, or nah?
I mean, look, man, to each his own. If you got to get your kids to clean their room, you get your kids to clean their room. I don't completely disagree with it.
But
also, like, the only thing that I think of is, like, do your kids think they're in danger because there's mouse feces in their room?
Yeah.
Like, do you... I feel like it's 50-50 because you could, with that one experience, your kids could be like, wow, I never...
Scarred for life.
Scarred for life, but also instill good habits. Because they're like, oh, I don't want that to happen again, so I have to keep my room clean. Yeah. Then later on in life, if that's how it works and they're not traumatized, then fucking yippee, happy for everybody. But
I think what it comes down to is a parenting style that I'm okay with, which is lying to your kids to get them to do shit that you like.
Yeah,
you want them to do.
I'm not mad at that.
Like my mom, I forget which, now she was wrong about this, but I understood. So she had read a long time ago that apple seeds had, what's the poison? Arsenic, I think was the. So at the time, I don't think she understood. So she would say apple seeds will kill you. Right?
Right.
Well, that scared the fuck out of me. And you know what I didn't eat?
Apples.
Apple seeds. I didn't even come close to that fucking seed, dude. Are you kidding me? But if she had just said don't eat apple seeds, I'd have been like, whatever.
Yeah.
But she went fear. Now, I don't generally agree with fear-based parenting. You know that. I'm not going to scare you into...
Right.
But I don't mind lying to make a kid do something that is good for them in the long run.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And also, that's so harmless because it's not actual mouse droppings. It's just poppy seeds.
So I say to this...
I say good parenting.
Good parenting. Good job getting your kid to clean the room.
Yeah.
Honestly, even if it isn't mouse droppings, good job them knowing, well, if I have a dirty ass room with pizza in it, I could get mice. Good job getting them to understand that clean room, no food, better than dirty room with food.
Yeah, I also just don't know how she thought those black poppy seeds looked like mouse droppings.
Well, kids are dumb.
Yeah.
Also, the one thing I would say...
That was my one thing. I was like, in what fucking reality does that look like poop?
They may have scared the kids to where they don't sleep at night.
How old were the kids?
Yeah, I saw a bunk bed and some small toys, so...
Young enough.
Yeah, pretty dumb. Kids are dumb. Kids will fall for things.
Yeah, that's true.
You believed that I could control music with my mind.
Yeah, I was 5.
You were 7. But that's the thing. Kids are dumb. Do you remember, dude, being in the back seat of the car with me and your mom? Oh, my God. And we were on Ventura Boulevard. And you said something about Asian drivers. And we were like, you're Asian, dude. And you were like, what? And I go, you're Asian. And you were like, what do you mean? I'm like, but biological mom, Asian.
Yeah. You.
Asian. And it was just fucking silent in the back. I'm a
great driver.
Dude, you were readjusting your entire life.
Persona.
Yeah, you were like, what?
I had to rethink everything I had ever thought, ever. All right, let's see this next one.
Here's a little life hack for all you parents that are, having a hard day with your children and they're just not listening to you. One thing that you can do is just lock them outside.
Good parenting or not, Jacob Wolf?
Nah.
Nah?
Nah.
Why not?
What? You know what? You know what could happen to your kid outside?
What?
I feel like a lot of things could go wrong. They could hurt themselves. They could fall over. Like, what if you decide to just fuck off for a little bit and walk around the house and your kid gets snatched up by a fucking eagle or a coyote?
An eagle?
Have you seen the eagles that eat sheep? Have you seen the eagles that grab sheep off a mountain?
Yes.
Great. Big enough eagles to grab a little child.
I doubt.
What about coyote?
You think he's putting his kid out daytime coyote?
You've seen daytime coyotes. Don't look
I have.
Don't look at me like they don't exist.
I don't think he's putting the kid out in the wilderness. The kid had his face pressed up against the glass, and I say good parenting.
I don't.
Yo, you don't want to listen? go outside. Oh, you don't want to get your shit together?
At a certain age,
Go
sure.
on.
That was a toddler.
Hey, he looked 4-ish.
He looked 4-ish to you?
Yeah, what do you
The
look to
kid
you?
looked 2.
You think so?
Not
That
even.
was a fucking giant 2-year-old.
No, it wasn't.
Giant 2-year-old.
You have zero depth perception.
Listen, this kid, and he had his face pressed up against the glass. And sometimes you need a break.
Okay.
And sometimes you go, hey, dude, if you don't get your shit together, I'm putting you out in the backyard.
Yeah,
And
not when he's 2.
we put you out in the backyard at 4,
For what reason?
just because we wanted you not in the house. But we didn't punish you with it. But we were like, you should go out in the back and play.
But I was playing.
Yeah.
That kid did not look like she was playing.
I definitely don't think the kid looked like.
That kid looked like she knew she was put outside
Do you
like
think
a
that
dog.
was a girl?
She was in pink.
I thought it was a boy in red.
She was in pink.
Can you go back to the video? And do you think pink means a girl?
No, but
I mean, I wear pink.
I wear pink.
That is a boy.
That's
There's
a
little life
guy.
hack for all you
That's a
parents
boy for
that
sure.
are,
Yeah.
having a hard day with your children.
By the
and
way,
they're just
handsome
not
dude.
listening to you. One thing that you can do is just lock them outside.
Ooh, girl.
Unicorn on the
Unicorn, yeah.
Also, the knock on the window seemed a little overkill.
I agree with that.
Seemed like a little much like you were trying to rub it in a 2-year-old's face that you locked them outside and they can't reach the door handle.
It actually felt like to me like you're trying to scare a bug off the window.
Yeah, it seemed like
You know,
kind of
you
a
got like a-
seemed like kind of a dick move actually towards the end.
Yeah,
I'm going bad parenting.
Okay, this is going to sound terrible, but it's something I would have done to you and your brother I would have never done to your sister.
Yeah, I know.
Truthfully.
I know.
If I'm being honest, I would have done it to you. I would have done it to Trev. I would have never done it to Kate.
Something Goy Holiday would have also done to me and Trevor and not Caitlin.
Yeah, but
There's no buts to that.
Yeah.
She would have thrown us to the wolves if she wanted to.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is bad parenting.
I agree.
No, I don't think that is bad parenting. But I think this.
Oh, like this is bad parenting?
No, what I'm about to say might be bad parenting. But I think, now that I think about it, and I don't know if I parented this way on purpose, but I think I parented in a way where I thought, look, you and Trevor could always express your emotions, and I never made anyone feel bad about crying, and all that stuff was okay.
Right.
But I also tried to implement a little more toughness to you guys than to your sister, even though she ended up being tougher than both of you.
Absolutely. The weekend of the 3rd and the 4th, we're in Atlanta in January.
16th through the 18th,
Yeah.
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
25th, 26th,
We're in Arizona.
yep, Tempe and Phoenix.
Yeah, and then after that, we are in Australia and New Zealand.
Yep.
For 2 weeks. I will not be on the site. I'll be at Auckland. Auckland, you're my only New Zealand date that I will be at, but I will be home after that. I am, after the year that it's been and the last couple months, I want to make sure that I'm home for Valentine's Day. For me, it's important. For me, it's important to be home with my girlfriend and celebrating us together and her. So I love you guys, but I will be back the next time, hopefully when it doesn't cross over Valentine's Day.
And me, I've been married for 20 years, so Valentine's Day doesn't mean shit.
Correct. Clip it and send it to my mother. But after that, we're going to have so much fun this year. I know this year we're going to be going for the first half of the year like we always fucking are. And so comedianjoshua.com for tour dates and tickets. Go there. Make sure you're going to comedianjoshua.com because it'll take you to the right link to where you're not overpaying for your tickets. Do not go to a third party. They will fuck you on ticket prices.
True.
And so Josh Wolf Comedy on all platforms. It's Jake Wolf on TikTok, Jake_Wolf on Instagram. Thank you guys as always for tuning in. And as always, do something nice for someone today. Tell somebody you love them. We'll see you next week.
Right, everybody. Hey, if you like this podcast you just watched, you're going to love the one I'm popping up in your face right now. Check it out.